Hey there, it's the end of the year. Welcome to the Pharmacist Voice Podcast, episode 258. I am your host, Kim Newlove. It is the last episode of the year, so I thought I'd reflect on my most downloaded episodes of 2023. First, I'll share the top 4 episodes downloaded from the podcast players, like, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and all the rest. Then I'll share the top 4 from YouTube. This information will also be in the show notes on thepharmacistvoice.com, just in case you want to go back and listen to any of these. By the way, my very favorite number is 4, and I have been podcasting for about 4 years now, so that is why I picked the number 4. Let's dive in. From the podcast players first, I'll go in reverse order. Number 4 is episode 202, which is Pronunciation Series episode 14, Sulfamethoxazole and Trimethoprim. That was published on March 3rd of 2023. Number 3 is episode 164, that is Pronunciation Series episode 7, that is Keppra or levetiracetam. That was published on August 1st of 2022. Now, that episode wasn't even published in 2023, yet it is one of the most downloaded episodes of 2023. Number 2 is episode 177, that is Pronunciation Series episode 8, Metoprolol. That was published on September 16th of 2022. Again, an episode from 2022 made the top 4 downloaded episodes of 2023. And the number 1 downloaded episode of 2023 is episode 219, How Do You Say Semaglutide? That is the 17th episode in my drug name pronunciation series, and that was published on June 2nd of 2023. After just 6 months, this is my top downloaded episode on the podcast players in 2023. It is December, and I still get daily downloads of that particular episode. Again, I'll have that list in the show notes on thepharmacistvoice.com. Now, how about YouTube? Full disclosure, these are my top 4 downloaded episodes ever, not just from 2023. And it should come as no surprise, these are all drug name pronunciation episodes. In 4th place is episode 188. That's Insulin Icodec. That was published in December of 2022. In 3rd place is episode 215, Mifepristone and Misoprostol. That was published in May of 2023. In 2nd place is episode 134, Eszopiclone and Qulipta. That was published in February of 2022. And in 1st place is episode 219, Semaglutide. That was published in June of 2023. That has the largest number of views of all time on YouTube, and it also has the largest number of downloads on the podcast players. Looking at the download numbers from the podcast players versus the YouTube channel, it looks like I have 1,000 downloads from the podcast players and more than 3,500 downloads from YouTube. I'd like to point out that the YouTube downloads for some of my episodes, like that one, are way more popular than they are on the podcast platforms. So if you ever start a podcast, make sure that your audio-only podcast episodes also syndicate to YouTube. The 3,500 downloads on YouTube that I got for semaglutide have to do with an audio-only podcast. There is no video for that one. So again, if you ever start a podcast, make your audio-only podcast episodes syndicate to YouTube as well. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, all of them. Every single episode that I publish syndicates to YouTube. Your audience might download your audio content on YouTube instead of on a podcast player. I only publish video episodes on YouTube a few times a year, and none of my YouTube videos made the top 4 list here in 2023. That means some people listen to audio content on YouTube, which I think of as a video sharing platform. There's definitely something for new podcasters to learn with this comment. Remember to syndicate your audio-only content to YouTube. If you didn't know that I have a YouTube channel, now you know, so check it out today. And while you're there, please subscribe. Again, all of my audio podcast episodes are syndicated to YouTube. You can find them all right there. There is a link to my YouTube channel from my website, thepharmacistvoice.com, or you can just search at The Pharmacist Voice on YouTube. That's the at symbol, The Pharmacist Voice on YouTube. As I reflect on my top downloaded episodes of 2023, both sets of lists are telling me that my audience really likes my drug name pronunciation episodes. Does that mean that I should only do drug name pronunciation episodes from here on out? No. But I believe that it reinforces the need for me to continue publishing them. My audience seems to like them or need them, so I may just start doing them twice a month instead of just once a month. You'll have to tune in 2024 to see what happens. As I reflect on 2023, it has been a great year for the Pharmacist Voice podcast. Coming up in January, I will celebrate 4 full years in podcasting. How exciting! I've already hinted that I'm changing the format of the show. More on that in my podcast anniversary episode on Friday, January 19th. Thanks for listening today, and I wish you a happy, safe, and healthy start to 2024. Please visit thepharmacistvoice.com to read the show notes. In the show notes today, you'll find links to the episodes mentioned, my social media links, and more. If you know someone who might like this episode, please share it with them. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe to or follow the Pharmacist Voice podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. I'll be back next Friday, January 5th, with a drug name pronunciation episode. Thanks again for listening today. Happy New Year. I'll talk to you next Friday.